must come together against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Welcome to another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I'm your brother, old guy from Hip Hop News Uncensored, and sitting across from me is my co-host.
What it do? What's good? It's your brother Sam and Viral Hip Hop News. We are live. We are in the building.
Yeah.
Another episode of the Uncensored Truth Podcast. Oh God, what's good, my brother?
What up, what up? We in the building, family, as you know it. Every Friday night, 8 p.m. We'll be right here in this spot. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but y'all here with us. And we appreciate it. All we need you to do coming in the building, fam, if you can, go ahead and show your participation. Show your love by going ahead and hitting that like button and sharing this video with a friend, man. We got a nice little lineup tonight, Sam, man. I can't wait to get to this, bro.
Man, we've been on fire, man. We've been enjoying what we've been doing on the Uncensored Truth Podcast. This podcast is sponsored by, I could not be remiss if I don't start by saying, Palms Natural Skincare. You see the products right here. We will be talking about this throughout the podcast. A line that I just recently bought into. I let the young lady know as soon as I tried the products out, I'll be showing them on the podcast. I don't know if she was sleeping on it or not, but she's live right now on the Uncensored Truth Podcast. And we got a number of great products. We got some body scrubs, body oils, shea butter, African soap, man. The list goes on and on. We'll be talking about it throughout the podcast. But yeah, amazing stuff, man. Y'all go and support this young lady. We'll be throwing out her Instagram handle on her website. But yeah, man, how was your day, brother? Oh God, what you do today, man?
Great day, man. You know, kept the same, routine, man, and just got the physical out the way, ready to get to the mental, warring, man, and doing what we do, getting in front of the people and just talking about, some key things, and just always bring it right down to earth into real life, make it relatable, man. So I'm happy, man.
Yeah, indeed.
Peace to the people that's coming into the building, man. I haven't looked in the chat room yet, but go ahead and start dropping your area code. Let us know exactly where you guys, are watching tonight, and we will start to be call out your area codes as well. Definitely.
Indeed, man. Very looking forward to the show this evening. Like I said, you see the item, on the table right now from Palms Natural Skincare, all vegan, all natural, amazing stuff. You can find her on Instagram at Palms_natural skincare or at www.palmsnatural.com. Y'all see that right there. We'll also have that in the description box for you throughout the evening.
Yes.
A number of great stuff. You got scrubs, body butters, the African soap. I don't know if anybody was looking for some African soap, but this is all that you could use for your face and your body. I've been using it. Amazing stuff, man.
Dope.
Shout out to that young lady out of Canada, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, man. But yeah, let me get to the chat room. 937 is in the building. 818-585-301-317.
Yeah.
Flint, Michigan's in the building. Salute to you. 904-260. What it do, man?
That's what's up, though, man. Yeah, we ain't here tonight, man. Tonight, man, we pretty much gonna be talking about this Michael Jackson, leaving Neverland. A lot of people have been speaking out. Lil Boosie was one that spoke out. We want to definitely talk about that. Also, Bobby Smurda, we want to speak about that him coming out speaking about 6ix9ine, as well as a few other things tonight, man. Just do a recap of what happened, during the week, man. So I'm excited. Like, once again, man, it's live, so we're gonna get right to this joint, man.
And of course, we can't wait to hear from the people, man. But yeah, let's get started. What we got first on the line?
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. We're gonna talk about Boosie first. He put this video up, on his Instagram. I guess he must have sat down and watched the Leaving Neverland documentary, and we talked, here, on the program about not even watching it, even if we did, not just letting the documentary, kind of shape, our opinion, because it's to the point where the facts behind it. Anybody can make a documentary about anything today or tomorrow. It doesn't necessarily mean it's true. So, it's just a sad situation, though, man. But I'm gonna get to what Boosie said. And then we'll talk about that a little more, man. Here we go.
His tongue and they boo them.
Live.
Eating their asshole. Fucking them chicks. We gonna let Michael Jackson rap. Question of the day, man. Let's keep it real. We gonna let him ride, or we ain't got nothing to say. Man, did you see that shit, dog? Hey, the question of the day is we gonna let Michael Jackson ride? I love his music too, just like you do. But is we gonna let Michael Jackson ride?
So that's Boosie right there. You know, seen the documentary obviously, and we read some of the details on a few shows before. You know, so it's definitely gruesome. You know what I mean? Some of the stuff that was alleged at this point. What are your thoughts about Boosie now? You know, one of those people now, you know, who's pretty much saying like, is we gonna let this ride? We love his music, but after watching this documentary, they saying like, look, this dude looked like he did some sick stuff with some children.
I was in a barbershop with my son a couple of days ago, and I had a couple friends of mine in there, and this topic obviously came up. And I said, you know, I didn't watch the documentary, and I said this throughout the podcast, a number of podcasts we did on Michael Jackson. We said, didn't watch it. I don't want to watch it, have no interest in watching it. And I know a lot of people, their criticism to me and my argument was, well, if you're not going to watch it, how can you criticize it? How can you critique it if you didn't watch it, And here's my argument and my rebuttal to that. When you allow the media to manipulate what's going on in your real judgment and good judgment, that's very scary. And so watching something like that on a platform like HBO, a $1 billion platform like HBO, the amount of time that went into putting this together, they can make the biggest Michael Jackson fan question what they're really thinking in their better judgment if they watch it. It could make the biggest Michael Jackson fan go, damn, did he? Right. I don't need that on my conscious, my subconscious of anything. I sat here as a child and watched him go through what he went through with the police, with all the allegations, when it was the young boy with cancer, and they were allegedly that he did some molestation toward that child. He got acquitted of that. And then all the other number of little accusations you heard throughout and all of the jabs here and there, got acquitted of that. And this was all before I knew anything about him on the business tip of music and ownership or anything like that. I just knew this was an incredible artist and he was going through things, and I really didn't understand the magnification of it at the time. But when you look at just everything that he went through, and for people like Boosie who we're fans of, shout out to Louisiana, and we love Boosie, but I don't want to say be manipulated by that, because he very well could have had this thought in his head for forever, because the rumors were out there. So if he did get manipulated by the documentary, that saddens me, and I definitely disagree with him, man. Mike's innocent, bro.
I mean, yeah, I was going to ask you that. I mean, like, so what about the other side though? Because a lot of people seem to think, you know, like you said, even without watching the documentary, that he pretty much have done this. You know what I mean? And my thing will be like, what makes you think that? Just because you have people that said it? Because we have to take you back to, I'm not sure if it was 1993, you know, where he was pretty much brought out, you know, and put on trial, you know, for this. And these same two gentlemen, he walked away. Now, yeah, people sometimes could win. He has money. He could have paid. Things could have happened. But right now, we just going off what somebody said at this point. You know what I mean? And everybody's getting behind. I'm not trying to be insensitive to victims. If there are victims out there, we definitely sympathize, you know, for them. We know this is a real thing. You know what I mean? And a lot, not just the Black community, all communities, this happens. So we sympathize for the victims, but we also, you know, sympathize for people who are victims of slander and libel, you know what I mean? And tarnishing the legacy and getting their music taken off the radio, and people trying to, capitalize off somebody's estate, off somebody's name, and make money and get book deals and stuff like that. We have to look out for that, because we got to sit up here and really, you know, take this into account. Like, this stuff happens. You have people who scam and swindle people and try to lie and, you know, to get money, fame, and clout. This happens too.
And the scary thing is, no one's looking at these two people who are alleging these things happen, these terrible things. They're not looking at their background or anything on them. And that's not being brought up. And I think a lot of the criticism that Oprah, and I hate to bring her back up, but a lot of the criticism that she's taken is justified, because she could have easily used that platform, that huge platform that she has, to give a little cross-examination to these dudes as to a little bit of their background and why they initially said that he did this and then backtracked and said that he didn't. And now, 10 years after he died, go back and want to do this documentary and say all these horrific things.
Right.
Bro, y'all got to go ahead and show some receipts and some backtracking. Like, where's the credibility at in you guys' allegation? I don't believe it. You guys got to give me a little more than an HBO documentary and somebody wanting to put some money, because that's all it takes. If me and you wanted to put enough money to go ahead and slander somebody's name, we could do so.
Right.
It only takes bread.
Right.
And they get sued and they go ahead and take it from there, and somebody picks it up and the narrative is already out there. The damage is done. So why hasn't anybody ever questioned the credibility of these two men? Now, if it was two guys that we never heard of, everything was clean, everything was clear, it was a clear backtrack, okay, there's a little more argument to that. But these two dudes already are known to be frauds. What's up with that?
Yeah, Michael Jackson, I think nephew it was, he sat down with TMZ the other day and we played it on the other show, the audio, where he pretty much pointed this out. He pointed out, how they had a failed book deal. He pointed out, how there's like some back end, not back end deals, but appeals in place, where they still may get hundreds of millions of dollars. So yeah, when you're talking about court cases, character is always brought into question. You know what I mean? That's why they say character witnesses, the people who's to attest to what type of person this is. Are they lying? Are they scamming? This man is dead. Monique, and her husband, had a great, viewpoint of everything as well. It's like people just, this man's dead. He can't defend himself. And now people are actually running with this. I'm not surprised by it though, Sam, man, to be honest with you. I'm really not. It's just sad.
Nah, I'm not either. The smear campaign goes on. It continues. And like, I'm not saying that Boosie has a contribution in that when it involves the mainstream media and things like that, but this isn't going to be over. It's going to get worse.
Yeah, definitely.
Indeed.
Definitely. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God, and Sam, man. Going in tonight on this Friday, 8 p.m. Every week, you can tune in and check us out right here on this channel. We'll be doing a recap of all the stories during the week, as well as addressing new stories that drop, during today and even up to the moment if something, were to happen. But definitely go ahead and hit the like button for me, family. Go ahead and share this video. We do appreciate that. Sam, man, Bobby Smurda. I know you had the Bobby Smurda, was he came at 6ix9ine or
well, he was on a platform talking in regards to 6ix9ine, and he was asking the gentleman Vlad was asking about if he would ever do any collaboration with 6ix9ine again. Smurda's response: hell fucking no. I don't even want to be next to that man. I'm good. These motherfuckers would have everybody, locked up. That's why I tell these kids too, these entertainers, they're just entertainers. They ain't living this shit. They be talking. Now, we obviously know him and 6ix9ine put out Stupid. I think it was called Stupid a couple months prior to 6ix9ine getting caught up in all that shit, the height of his fame, while he was on fire, I guess you could say, in public opinion and whatever. Right. And now Smurda saying this. Now, people were comparing 6ix9ine a lot to Smurda, sitting in this situation and all that when he came about this.
Yeah.
And now we hear officially what Smurda thinks. What you think about this, bro?
It's real talk. I could agree. I mean, who would want to stand next to a rat at this point? You know what I mean? And man, we talk about character. We just talking about that. Look at his character. He talked all this shit. Walked around, portrayed this lifestyle. And when he got cracked, he started squealing. Period. You know what I mean? There's nothing more to say about that. People can make excuses all they want, but this guy, is what he is. And people don't respect that. I don't blame people for not respecting a guy who don't stand on his own words. So.
That's a fact. And when you see a dude like Bobby Smurda, and no one's condoning his actions out here on the street, and I don't think he condones them. That's why he's looking like he's grown up, and I can't wait to see his evolution coming out of jail, because he has a career coming. He has a career left. Also put on some time. I don't know if you knew that, oh God, trying to get his friend's time reduced. So that they can leave, I'm assuming, at the same time or things like that, so they can celebrate together. So some real G shit. He added on to his time to take away from his boy's time. If anybody knows in the comment section his boy's name, please drop it, because I don't know the name offhand, but I know he added on to his time for that. That's some real shit. Who wants to sit in jail? Who wants to rot? So when people ask the question of, well, would you do 47 years? First off, don't ever fucking ask me what I do 47 years, because I've never put myself out there to be anything that I'm not. I've never claimed to be anything that I'm not. I've never put myself in a situation where I could do 47 years. And if I did, shit, I'm going to sit there and man up to my responsibility. That'd be 1, 2, 6 months. I'm a man of my honor and my integrity. So I'm going to do what I got to do. But I'm never going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to do 47 motherfucking years. Anywhere. That being said, hey, man, he got to do what he got to do. He made grown man decisions. He got to live with them.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much cut and dry. That pretty much, is what it is. For this next story, though, Sam, man, I want to actually, begin to share my screen here. I want to show this because because this story today was actually trending. Uncle Murder pretty much had posted, this picture here of Woody Allen. So let me know when that pops up, when you can see that, if you can. All right, so right here, this is by way of hot new hip hop. Uncle Murder posted this picture. He said, "This is a picture of Woody Allen, his 8-year-old adoptive daughter, who he raised and groomed to be his wife, who he is now married to still. This is sick. He is not in jail, nor is this even talked about. This is the worst thing I've ever heard or seen of, and I had to search for it. My question, where are all the Woody Allen themes?" And they can see that right there on the screen. This young lady, what appears to be probably in his lap at that point, I'm not sure, that allegedly it looks like he groomed to be his wife, right there.
Is it allegedly?
Well,
a lot we could say is allegedly.
I mean, it is what it is. We'll let people put two and two together with that, but pictures right there in your face. You know what I mean? So yeah. But yeah, I mean, nobody's really talking about this. So I definitely, I kind of just threw this in here. We didn't even say we was going to do this one, but what do you think about this? Because when I seen it, because I don't know if you asked me or if I asked you when we came in, it was like, "Yo, did you see this meme today that went up?" But what you think about this though, Sam, man?
Well, when we talked about it briefly, like when we were talking about it, man, this is sick.
Right.
In every regard, this is sick. Now, you can assume that he adopted her from Asia, in wherever in Asia, adopted her, probably didn't have any parents, and had in his mind the whole time that she was going to be my wife. And the things that could go through your mind in regards to how a child can be groomed into being a wife and women responsibilities is very, very sick. It's sick when you think about it. It's criminal when you think about it. And for him to get a pass and nothing to ever be said, and for it to be thrown under the rug, and then you see Michael Jackson and R. Kelly, not to condone any behavior, if in fact either one of those two males are guilty of any crime, not condoning anything. But when you look at them, and then you look at a situation like a Woody Allen or an Elvis Presley or a Harvey Weinstein or Matt Lauer or Kevin Spacey's dirty ass, any of these other ones, and it seems as though anytime some heat gets put on it, it's swept under the rug. And Jussie Smollett, who we're going to talk about later too, and the 16 felonies, it's like, man, we all thought that he should get a slap on the wrist and he was a fuckboy for it, but 16, we'll get into that. It just always seems like there's an agenda or just they really want us to go down at all costs. And it's sad, man. And that shit has to stop or be brought to light on another level, because that shit has to stop.
Right. Yeah. It's sad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the media is the most powerful part, of this. And I think the cat today, not the cat, the brother, Larry, Love, on Twitter, he both retweeted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he talked about, and that's what, Jay-Z saying that, with the exact words, if I'm not mistaken, I said, I forget the exact words of Jay-Z's songs, but I'll surmise it real quick. He pretty much said, like, the media pretty much, like we said yesterday, could build you up and make you damn near a god. You could be the most, cleanest image person, that, and one allegation, one scandal, whenever they get ready, those, media outlets that are owned by the same people, whatever, put this story out and twist it a certain way. Now, all of a sudden, you got people now going against Mike. Now, all of a sudden, you got people, when people who are innocent in a court of law, now you can actually be guilty in a court of public opinion right now, toward now you got radio stations pulling Michael Jackson's music.
It's that easy.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's that easy to destroy a legacy that no one was supposed to be able to take away. You could take away all the nonsense, and even Mike could rest. It seemed like a little easy in peace, knowing no matter what they said about him, they never could take away his music. And now they're trying to.
Right.
That's a real disgusting feeling when they go to that end, to that extent. And then they use some real fuck boy ass sources. And we're done with that subject, but not even credible. And none of that gets brought to the forefront. You don't hear any of these major celebrities, that being black celebrities, bringing any of that to the forefront. D.L. Hughley, who's out here doing his press run right now, all the outlets talking and shit.
Oh, man.
Because it's a political year. It's time for him to start doing that. I mean, and you see all these other people out against Michael Jackson, but no one, very few, I don't want to say no one, because you've seen T.I. and a couple of other people kind of speak out on Mike's behalf. But where's people talking and bringing these two dudes into question? It's just swept under the rug. But when it comes to us, hey, they do whatever it takes.
More people even speaking up for Mike, though. Have you seen a lot of people, and in your opinion, that have spoken up? Besides the Moniques and the ones that always speak up, have you seen a lot of people who said, this is wrong, this is bad, it's not true? Even like celebrity friends of them. Have you been seeing that?
No,
it's crazy.
Nah, not really. I mean,
Shame.
Some real motherfuckers on Instagram that'll sit there and show their support. You know what I mean? Not bother, unafraid of consequence or money being taken out of their pocket. But outside of that, if you genuinely didn't think that he did it, I mean, I don't see a lot of people outpouring.
Is there any chance, just by the stretch of the imagination, that Michael Jackson is guilty? Michael Jackson actually did do this, and we have one of his sisters, pretty much Latoya. We had that audio where she pretty much said that he, she had evidence that he paid, I guess, quote unquote, money out to these families and whatnot, and allegedly, I guess, hush money. She didn't use that word, but all these allegations that are out there, about Mike. Is there any reality to this thing, in your opinion? Do you see that happening? This may be in real. We might be just overlooking this out of emotion.
Well, oh God, we can't be ignorant to the fact that we weren't really there. We weren't there. We don't know genuinely. All we can kind of go off of and gather off of now as adult men who can say for themselves, we speak for ourselves, we look for ourselves, we don't let anybody or anything control our mind or our way of thinking. When I look at a man who had so much power in music, had control of a catalog of music that was far beyond anybody or anything close to his genre or close to his peers. Like he had far beyond, anything that anybody else had in music. For him to go down with that and die with that, and to have the money and to have the accolade as he did, is really hard for me and hard pressed for me to believe that they would not try to take that. And what better way to try to take that than to have this whisper that's always kind of been out there about Michael Jackson. And I can't answer some of them questions. I'm not going to lie. Right. Why he had children around him all the time. Why this, why that. I don't know. In interviews, when asked about that, Michael Jackson out of his mouth said, they give me inspiration. They give me life. And when I think about an artist and I think about ways that they go ahead and find inspiration, they find them through various avenues. And I'm not saying molesting children is an avenue of him doing that. Like you alluded to so greatly yesterday on the podcast, you have a number of people who love being around children and who gather professions around being around children, teachers, healthcare providers, nannies, whoever, who love just taking care of children. Mike found inspiration from children. So you can easily twist and manipulate that. But you've shown me any hard evidence with a man that was also looked at by the FBI for 10 years. Show me some hard evidence that he did it. And okay, you got me. Until then, I don't believe it.
Yeah, I had to definitely, agree at this point. I can't take this two people's, word on it at this point. I just can't, man.
Okay.
Sad, turn of events there, man. But yeah, man, tune into the Uncensored Truth podcast with your brother, Old God and Sandman. Going in on this Friday night, we need everybody's participation. Real quick, go ahead and share this video for me and go ahead and hit the like button, family. Also, we want to say peace to everybody that's going to hear this on Google Play, iTunes, Spotify. We are popping over there right now, on the podcast network. So we appreciate everybody who listens to that while they working out and all that, man. We get all of that, definitely.
That's definitely humbling, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all support, man. Y'all keep showing that support. We'll keep giving y'all content nonstop. You see it Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. We're in the building for the Uncensored Truth podcast. We're about to change sets up. We're a year in to the Uncensored Truth podcast. So it's time to upgrade, and we got that in store for y'all. The Wake and Bake podcast coming. I want to say it was in the next 3 weeks. We'll give an official date possibly next week once we get to set everything set up, because that's going to be on fire, man. We'll have a live edition of that exclusively on Viral Hip Hop News. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe to all 3 platforms: Viral Hip Hop News, Uncensored, the Uncensored Truth podcast. And this podcast is sponsored by Palms Natural Skincare. My sister, she's doing a great job. She does beard oils, body butter scrubs, handcrafted scrubs, lip balms. See, I got the hemp vegan lip balm. Everything is vegan. If y'all don't know, I am also vegan, so this definitely caught my attention as I found her on Instagram, and I looked into her product and I seen great reviews. So I said, all right, oh God, let me buy this. Let me try this out. So I've been trying it for about 3 or 4 days now. The African bar soap. You can throw that on your face and your body, man, and this shit's exceptional.
Which one was one of your best ones so far?
I like the soap.
Okay, cool.
I like the soap. You can throw that on your face and your body, and that shit, man, it does wonders.
Cool.
It has, what does it have in it? The ingredients from a fair trade village. Oh, excuse me. It's imported from a fair trade village in Africa that supports both women and children. It's great product, man. I also got her cards right here. You know what I mean? And all of her products: avocado oil, coconut butter, coconut oil, essential oils, hemp oil, jojoba bug oil, olive oil, shea butter, sweet almond oil, tamanu oil. She does custom oils, gift baskets available. Her Instagram is palms_natural skincare. You can find her at www.palmsnatural.com, man. Dope products.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have her on here if I didn't endorse it. I told her I was gonna give me a couple days.
Yeah.
Let me try the stuff out, and I want to endorse it, man. But shout out. Got to support each other. Got to help each other out, man. So shout out. Salute to you, Queen Entrepreneur. Keep doing your thing, man. I strongly suggest y'all try out.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely try it out. I'll definitely be trying me some, these products. Definitely enjoy, stuff like that. Real good packaging too.
Yeah, exactly. And it comes in bulk, man. It didn't cost that much. She's out of Canada, so you pay a little bit of shipping. Right. But I got 2 of those. So I got everything you see here. I got double of the scrub, the body butter, the shea body butter, that shea butter, the soap. Then I got the hemp vegan lip balm.
Cool.
Yeah, man, this shit's dope.
That's where it's at. But yeah, man, we another episode, man. We in the books tonight, man. We're gonna talk about the Jussie Smollett, situation, because word came down pretty much that the Cook County grand jury has returned a 16-count indictment against Empire actor Jussie Smollett, according to court record. Now, pretty much these are a felony count of disorderly conduct, and it's pretty much nothing crazy like that, but they found out that you were telling me that he sent the letters to himself. We know they found out that he allegedly paid these, not even allegedly anymore, pretty much paid these guys to beat him up. They staged his whole thing, which he tried to blame it on 2 white MAGA hat wearing vandals that poured bleach on him, all the stuff that he came up with. But yeah, man, so I don't see it as being serious, just a real crazy situation at this point. I mean, I don't know how he ain't gonna go to jail for a long time.
So 16, help me out. I'm ignorant to it. 16 felonies, that doesn't seem a little excessive to you? When I hear the number 16 involving this
16
situation,
counts. Yeah,
16 counts. That seems like, and this seems a lot to me now. Fuck boy. God damn, you were stupid for doing that. And I think we all agree. I think we are all in agreement he deserves some type of punishment. But when I see 16 felony counts, I'm like, whoa. Right. I could see him fuck boy, him impersonating a crime scene, baiting whatever. I see 4, 5, or 6, and like I said, I don't know. But 16, what you think about that?
Well, that's what they do. That's what they use. They typically, do when you get caught up. They'll throw as much as they can get on you. You know what I mean? Whatever, like whatever is applicable. And let's say you're running, from a police officer, he gets injured. They're giving you eluding police officer. They're going to give you, assault on a police officer. They're going to, whatever else they can throw in there, they'll give you. So this is that type of situation. Again, it doesn't look like, it's crazy amount of time, but it's just, they just threw the book at him pretty much in this situation.
So I mean, threw the book at him, but in hindsight, kind of, it's still, when you all look at it in the grander scheme of things, still just a slap on the wrist. He's not going to do much.
I don't think so. Not at all.
It's just an embarrassment. So, I mean, hey, kind of deserve that shit then, man. That was some corny shit you did. You can't be doing that kind of stuff. And for what? What did it get you? And you thought you wasn't going to get caught for $3,500? Them dudes were snitching on you for $3,500. No way.
Yeah. What do you think this does to his career? Do you think a lot of people said he can't get work? Is there any crazy, way that this, actually, obviously he made him just a little bit bigger, but for the wrong reasons. Do you think he could bounce back from this?
Nah, if he can make money, if he wants to go ahead and do private films and get a couple dollars here or there and do some roles, somebody will watch him in a movie because he can act.
Oh, so you used to watch that? I never actually watched it. Empire?
No, I never watched it.
Okay.
But I know he can act. I remember, I don't know, and people, if y'all know in the comment section, that show he used to be on back on ABC back in the day with his brothers that were really his brothers and sisters. The one girl played on Full House. Yeah. So he has like a little acting resume. So he can act. He has that resume behind him, but I don't see him doing anything in Hollywood now. I think he's done.
Sad situation there.
Look what you did. Look what you said. And look who runs Hollywood. Your ass is done.
Yeah.
Now, if you got somebody private that want to do a movie or somebody, you better go ahead and take that check and humble yourself before you like Elvin at the whole the Trader Joe's and shit.
Don't job shame, Sam, man.
We don't play that game over here at the Uncensored podcast. When I say that game, I mean that fuck boy shit. We don't do that victim stuff.
Right.
Job shame. What does that mean?
I mean, that's something that was made up.
Yeah, that was something that's made up.
What up, my man? I'm gonna jump into the chat room real quick,
man.
man. I ain't been in here in a minute, man. My man Monterey Moore's in the building with the wrench,
Peace,
holding it down. We see y'all in here, man. If anything I want to talk about, go ahead and throw it in the the chat room. Anything I want to know, topics and whatnot. You know what I mean? We are pretty much ran through, our little list that we have here. We got a few more things, but y'all want to talk about something, let us know, man.
Indeed, drop that. And of course, drop your area codes in the building right now. Let us know where you're listening at right now. We love to shout y'all out. But yeah, man, let's just kind of recap the week, man, because we had an incredible week for the Uncensored podcast. Had a crazy amount of content. What was one thing that stuck out in your mind, man? One of the top things of the week?
I mean, I have to go back and actually look at the videos. There's been so many, but the R. Kelly situation, as always, I think that one, just over the past couple of weeks, him, getting arrested, getting out, being rearrested, all the different, one of his former, I forget who it was, somebody in relation to him was being investigated for sex trafficking. Just so much, that came out about R. Kelly this week. They revealed how much is in his bank account. Just really in a bad, I read one article I was telling you about that at one point it was estimated that he was worth about 150 million probably at the height of his career. Now he only has, less than $1 million in his bank account. So I ain't gonna say it's sad. Because now it looks like the evidence from what we all gleaned and been able to look at that this man actually did this, what I'm saying, with these children. So if that comes out in the court, man, I think he needs to get exactly, what he deserves. He had the explosive interview that he released with Gayle King as well a few days ago. That came out and he was screaming, hollering, crying. And I think the overall consensus with that is, and you even said it early, you said that he hurt himself more than he helped himself. So yeah, the R. Kelly situation definitely stuck out this week, man.
Yeah, Jay Brown, shout out you in the comment section. He said R. Kelly overload this week. And yeah, man, it's been R. Kelly overload for the last month or so, almost the last year. We're gonna cover the news though, and then when it's hot, we're gonna make sure that we give our perspective on it and make sure we cover it at all costs. But it's definitely R. Kelly stands out to me. That interview, man, when you were sitting there, what was it, Tuesday? One of the podcasts we're flowing, we're doing our thing, and you say, man, this is breaking news, and we listen to it live. And I'm like, man, he is killing himself right now. Who is on his team, on his side to tell him, yo, you cannot do this? And it seems like throughout this whole journey, R. Kelly had a lot of bad people in his corner. That's coming from personal people, legal people, financial people, music people. He never had anybody in his corner from what it looks like that he really could put any trust into and make sure that he had his best interest at heart. Even the person that needed to slap him upside his head when he tried to do that thing with Aaliyah, or when they may have seen him with an underage girl, somebody needed to give him a couple body shots, even though R. Kelly is known to be able to fight. Look, man, you got to put hands on him and let him know that that shit's wrong, to kind of get him in a different direction. Maybe we got to get you some rehab, brother. Maybe we have to do something different so that we're not looking at a meltdown from one of the legends of R&B right now, and we're watching it.
Well, what you see is, man, you got a cycle, of abuse here. He talked about himself, being abused, not to give it any justification what he allegedly did to those young girls, but what we have is a whole bunch of undiagnosed, untreated, things, that people need to make, if it can even be treated. And that's, having an attraction to underage, women or boys. So yeah, man, we see the cycle. It's sad that people, aided and abetted at that time. Like you mentioned, his circle, people just allowed him to prey on, allegedly young women, didn't really care about him, pretty much was just leeching off of him, his fame, his success, his notoriety. And pretty much they turned a blind eye to that. I mean, at that point, because everybody knew it was happening. R. Kelly, it seemed like he probably couldn't just stop this out. I'm not making no excuses for him, but if he did it then with Aaliyah, he continued to do it. They're saying that it's videotaped and he wasn't going to stop. It just wasn't. So, I mean, we getting, what was supposed to happen at this point.
Yeah, we're seeing a meltdown, like I said, of an R&B legend right in front of our very eyes. And I knew that it would probably ultimately come down. If he went to court, they won't let him go again. But I never thought he'd go on camera and melt down like that. Ever. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But man, I would love to hear what y'all think in the chat room. I'm kind of looking through here, man. Appreciate all y'all comments. I see Monterey Moore getting busy in the comment section. Shout out to you. Let me get to some of these area codes, man. 937 in the building, 313-801, 313-504, excuse me. New Orleans is in the building. Yo, let us know what you think about Boosie and his comments on Michael Jackson right now. Do y'all agree or disagree with Boosie? Hit the number 1 if you agree with Boosie. Hit the number 2 if you riding with Mike, man. Let us know right now. 843 in the building, 985-269-718. 609 Jersey's in the building by way of 718 918 the building, 801-347-757. Yeah, man, we in the building, man. Salute to all y'all.
Yeah, sir. My man, People's Champ. But meanwhile, Russell Simmons is never to be seen again.
Gone.
Russell Dip. Yeah.
People's Champ in the building, man. Look, that dude, he's an incredible artist, man. That dude could rap his ass off.
People's Champ.
Salute to him, man. Y'all go check out some of his work, man. That's a real artist, a real brother doing this thing. I told him that, man. Salute to him.
Oh, dope. I got to check him out, man.
Word.
I'm gonna make sure I do that.
See a lot of people ride with Mike, man. We got respect for Bootsy over here. He funny as hell, but gotta ride with Mike in this situation, man.
So you saying, so you just asked him. So what do you think? Another poll I want to do real quick. For Mike, yes. Against Mike, no. Well, 1 for Mike, 2 against Mike. Another poll we want to do real quick. Do you think Mike did it? Is his legacy done? 2, no. You still ride with Mike.
Gotta ride with Mike. 215 in the building. Monterey Roar already throwing threats out. Anybody who hit that number is going to hell. Damn. Let them know.
I mean, it's cool. I don't have a problem with people having a difference of opinion because I don't want everybody to think the same. Everybody's wired differently. So some people may think that Mike did it. Some people, will say that he didn't. But my thing is, what can you bring to the table as far as to the argument for why you think that he actually did it?
And you know what? To all due respect to anybody who genuinely thought Michael Jackson did it early on and way beyond, far beyond this documentary, right? Still listen to his music. I ain't never heard anybody say mute Michael Jackson ever. Oh, that's a pedophile motherfucker. Oh, this or that. But you ain't mute his music. So you're very hypocritical right now in a day and age where it's so popular to go ahead and mute this or do this or follow this wave or follow that wave, you fucking robot, to now go, yo, after this documentary, I'm done. Well, you were done 10 years ago, but you were still rocking or want to be starting something and Billie Jean and all that shit. So why you want to go ahead and mute him now because it's popular too?
Right.
You're hypocritical, man. Like that's just corny.
Now, I don't believe. I'm seeing people, pretty much responding and they're saying they don't believe it. I don't either. I just don't believe that he did it. You know what I'm saying? I just think that people are hungry. They seen the opportunity, to make money off of them, to go for whatever they can go for. Maybe somebody was in their ear and they're going for it at this point. It happens. That happens too. People lie. Everybody that's saying they're a victim ain't goddamn victim. We see them all on YouTube. They act like they're victims.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
My man, Mad Ninjas, FBI report cleared Mike. Now you tell me, the FBI, man, they
surgical.
You know what I mean? They the Patriots. They the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
They get that championship. So when they got a man in sight, they get him. And they had Mike all in their scope. And they didn't get him. And that wasn't because Mike was more slick or had more money or paid off more. No, because he ain't do shit.
Nope.
Because you don't think Mike or one of them FBI people, if they really knew that he did something, when to pull one of them moms or one of them people that go ahead and condone their child to spend a month in a bedroom with Michael Jackson by themselves, that really did happen, you crazy as hell. You think one of them FBI agents wouldn't have told them, listen, you about to aid to this shit. You about to get this, that. We're going to throw the book at you too. They're getting Mike.
I mean, you got a time in the United States where a black man, he whistled. Like we ain't got to go there. So like the reason I'm saying that is because they'll never hesitate to put a nigga on his back.
Come on,
like come on, man. Like it just is what it is. Like nobody's gonna give Michael Jackson any breaks especially the feds. It's not gonna happen. So come on, man.
Come on, man. Not happening. He got cleared of that. We need to leave him alone. These two they trying to get money. I'm not gonna rag their name right now because we're a professional podcast. If y'all want some of that little bit of that raw, y'all gotta go over to the Wake and Bake podcast that we starting in a couple weeks, man. That's gonna be a whole different vibe. Yeah, I'm telling you right now, to the Uncensored podcast, you're gonna see your brother Sam Ant, SAMANT. I know a lot of y'all say Sam, man, but it's Sam Ant. Yeah, I mean, I hear some of that South Jersey, and oh God, you're gonna see a real different perspective. Little raw perspective from your brothers, man. Whole different set, whole different vibe. What you think about that Wake and Bake, man?
I'm definitely excited about that, man. Like you said, just the new, format and all that. But I'm gonna jump to the not to throw that away. I'm gonna jump to the comments, because somebody's over as a demon, but 1,200 games.
I'm glad you seen
that too. Okay, that shit popped out at me, so I had to see that. Man. We on it, boy. We on it, man. 1,200 games. So you said so you're not gonna talk about Charlemagne, and he's still on the radio. Date raping girl. That's what 1,200 Games said, in the comment sections. And go ahead, Sam, man. You can go ahead, take that one.
Well, I tell you what, this is great because a lot of people are sitting here up in arms because we talk about our R. Kelly or we talk about our Michael Jackson. But every time somebody wants to talk about Charlemagne, but y'all let Charlemagne go. Yes, we did let Charlemagne go. You want to know why? Because we feel as though Charlemagne did not do it.
Yeah.
And we're allowed to feel as though Charlemagne did not do it. Just because they may be boxed in the same genre of fuck shit does not mean that we feel as though one is guilty, all have to be guilty. That's our opinion. This is why this is called the Uncensored Truth. This is our truth in the situation. And when we looked at the evidence, even though we feel as though Charlemagne has done some real childlike things that may have gotten him warranted to be criticized in this manner sometimes, in the things that he said and the little things, no matter when the time was, he may have deserved some of this smoke. When you look at the evidence, when you look at the place, when you look at the time, when you looked at the whole situation behind it, when he walked into the police station willingly to say that he didn't do it, provide samples, all of this stuff, and nothing happened. And then later on, you see a young lady who, in my opinion, if she said that she knew this man, Charlemagne the God, he wasn't Charlemagne the God back then. He was Leonard McKelvey. Why not call him Leonard? Like, I pick up on little things. Her mom wasn't calling him Leonard. She was calling him Charlemagne. So if you knew this man, if he was like a brother to you, like you alluded to, why aren't you little things? It's kind of
and first of all, you know, we did, you know, talk about it. We talked about it. We posted up stuff on this on Viral Hip Hop News, and we posted it up on Uncensored Truth Podcast. We posted, so go back and check the archives, you know, through there, and you know, that'd be real dope.
Facts. Yeah, we appreciate though, man. Shout out to the comment, man. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
What else we got going on?
Trying to look through here real quick. Yes, sir. Yeah, we feel you, man. I mean, like you said, if anybody, you know what I mean, is guilty of that, doing something like that, we despise them, put them in jail, give them the punishment they need. But if we look through, you know, what's out and available, and we say, okay, to us, it just don't look like they did it, we're going to do that. We don't follow what the masses are thinking. We think for ourselves on this podcast. You know what I mean? Our parents taught us to think for ourselves, to think independently, and not to just go with what everybody says. I don't care if it's a million people that think that. I'm going to go with my feeling and my intuition. You know what I mean? That's how we were just raised.
And it has to be. And when we started this podcast and we wanted to call it the Uncensored Truth, it wasn't your truth, it wasn't his truth, it was our truth. And we were going to ride by that. And we weren't trying to go ahead and manipulate or try to provide anybody else's truth. So if you disagree, we embrace that. And disagree, we're not trying to validate yours. We're just validating ours. And if you feel and agree, cool. If you don't, you have every right to oppose, and we appreciate and embrace all that shit, man. This is what we wanted. We love it. We appreciate each and every one of the real motherfucking subscribers that rock with us. Yeah. And the real ones know sometimes they rock with it, sometimes they don't, and they let us know, and we appreciate it, man. And this is what we got over here. We're not trying to clout chase or do anything. We're gonna provide the real content through things that we feel is always valid for the people to listen to, and the ones we want to talk about. We give true context to it.
Yes, sir. We do appreciate, like the brother said, man. But you tuned into the Uncensored Truth Podcast with your brother Old God and Sam Ant going in tonight on this Friday. Y'all can make sure that y'all tune in every Friday night at 8 p.m. right here on this channel to catch us live. But if you're at work, you know, you want to listen to the podcast, iTunes is Uncensored Truth Podcast. You know, also in the description box you can find the links. You know, but if you just want to type it in, it's Uncensored Truth Podcast, and you can listen to the full podcast in its entirety, man, all week long.
Let's rock it to my man Riz a little bit, man. Shout out to Riz. You see that link in the description box. Riz featuring Conway, Riz 6ix9ine. You can check this out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play. Yeah, we're gonna rock a little bit of music. Jersey's in the building.
I see you. Alexia Bullock, peace. Thomas, appreciate that comment. See, that's doing the best job to keep focus off Harvey Weinstein. We're gonna talk about that eventually.
We have talked about Harvey Weinstein on here, though.
They don't care, though.
Yeah, man, they don't. It's all good, though.
Thank you, Sharice Blackman.
Epic Lopez, we see you. Appreciate you, big dog. Riz, appreciate you, big dog.
Hit that like button, man. Hit them likes. Everybody in here, hit them likes. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead, you know what I'm saying, and leave a comment. Leave your area code in there as well, so we can know exactly where you're tuning in from. I seen Hawaii in here. I see Huntsville, Texas. Peace. Eagles. That's right. That's right.
Get out of here with that, man. 936 is in the building. What it do? Monterey Moore. What it do? We need to start calling out the double standard with media. Oh, we will. Trust me, it's coming.
Philly in the building. What up, Philly?
Indeed. Not going to overkill with the calling out, though, because we still got to provide context to every situation and make sure we sprinkle that in subconsciously for the real people to understand, the real people to hear, because they always watching. Bay Area, what it do? 510. I got family out there. 510 family out there. What up? What up?
36. I see you. G Burrow.
Boston, Mass.
Okay.
Indeed. 614. What up? Great show tonight, big dog. Indeed, man.
Dayton, Ohio. Okay. 614. Okay. Yeah. Definitely. I appreciate that. Everybody, Photogenic Media, we appreciate that donation.
Indeed.
Super chat, whatever. That's love right there. 814, I see you. 513, Cincinnati. I love Cincinnati. 313 in the building. 404, the Yay area.
Somebody said, "What up, Sam? Mate, Ohio State versus Michigan," and started laughing. I feel like they know me personally. If they said Ohio State versus Michigan,
oh yeah,
they cut kind of deep right there. Like, wow,
yeah.
Somebody must have knew I was a Michigan fan growing up. I don't even who Mr. Block. Who you? You 6ix9ine? Who you? Yeah, man. Shout out to Michigan, man. That was
fucking with you.
Yeah, man.
BMO, I see you. 510-985-816, Kansas City. Chocolate City. That's right. DC in the building too.
DC's in the building. Camden, Jersey's in the building. What up?
Far Rockaway, Australia.
Brooklyn, New York, 330-513.
I ain't here tonight, man. 212. Oh, come on, moderate crazy. Erie, okay, Erie, PA. That's what's up. Peace. All right, man. Definitely, man. But you already know what it is, man. You know the platform, Viral Hip Hop News. Sam, man, runs over there. Make sure y'all subscribe for that. The Uncensored Truth Podcast. That's our official channel together. Y'all on the channel right here, man. You already know. We appreciate, all the listeners, in the building. My man, Jay Murray, I see you in the building. 504. Let's get it, man.
Indeed. Somebody asked where to find that song, D'Angelo Jr. You can find that on Riz's iTunes. That link should be in the description box. If it's not, it'll be in there momentarily. Or you can find it in any of the videos on Hip Hop News Uncensored, Viral Hip Hop News, or the Uncensored True Podcast. Appreciate you. And we got a couple people in the building right now. If you got iPhones, if you got Samsung phones, you got iTunes, you got Spotify, or you got Google Play. So I need each and every one of y'all right now, all 218 of y'all right now, to go subscribe to the Uncensored Podcast on any of those platforms. Help your brothers out. We got uncut episodes over there, things that you will not typically see on YouTube. Great show. We're getting a lot of great responses from over there, but we need more people to get in there and donate. Get in there. What I mean by donate your time, donate that subscription. Don't need your money. We just want your support, man. So go over there right now. Subscribe on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play.
I just dropped that link out in the chat box. So if you're in the chat right now, Riz 609's link is in there. Please go support our brother. He does the official theme music for all the channels, man. So that's dope.
Indeed. Oh, God, if you can, too, because I don't know why I never can. But can you drop the link to our iTunes in there as well? I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah, just give me 1 second.
Got you, man. We'll talk about that. But indeed, we got St. Louis in the building. I'll read some comments through here real quick while those guys grabbing it. Congratulations to you guys. Y'all doing y'all thing. No days off. You already know. We got the Wake and Bake podcast coming soon on Wednesday, Thursday, Sunday. Whenever days we don't do the Uncensored podcast, you can watch and check us out on the Wake and Bake podcast. That's coming in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It's on LeBron passing Jordan in scoring.
Good topic.
Great topic. LeBron passing Jordan in scoring. Salute to LeBron. He put in more time than Jordan did. He's a great athlete. He's one of the greatest basketball players to ever live. He deserved to go ahead and start passing some of the greats. That's it. He's not better.
No.
He'll never be better.
I ain't gonna say never yet.
Shit. Oh, God. Come on, man.
I mean, what if he wins like 4 more championships?
Where is he winning 4 more
I'm
championships?
just saying, what if?
That's not happening.
I mean,
He's not winning this year. They're not going to the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
So that's year 1 gone.
Okay, we gotta give him some time. He's still at 33.
Oh, God, you're being blasphemous.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, a lot of people think that he's better, Sam, man. A lot of people, look at that scoring, thing, and they think that he's, better. They do.
Come on, man.
They do.
Well, okay, a lot of people can go ahead and think that. And that's a lot of the newer age people, the people born in maybe 92 and above. But let's talk some real shit, man. You was born in 80s.
Nah, I don't think he's better.
You never would.
Yeah,
what can LeBron do? You said if he not yet. What can LeBron do in your eyes?
If he has what 3 or 4 now? 3.
I got 4.
If he passes Jordan, if he passes him in the championship, he passes him in the scoring. You can make that argument.
Even with the 5 finals losses.
Because he'll pass him. It doesn't matter. If he got more rings, if he gets more rings than him, that's when I think, in my opinion, you can make that argument that he's better than Jordan. I don't think that he will be. I don't think that he'll pass him personally, but I think that argument can definitely be made. What do people think in there? 1 for Jordan, 2 for LeBron.
Better man, Jordan. I mean, it's not even close. I think LeBron.
Yeah, LeBron definitely a better man.
LeBron,
I think.
yeah, and that ain't even to kind of throw any dirt toward
3.
Jordan.
Okay, he got 3, so he got to win.
3 and 5. Yeah, I don't see him winning another 4 rings. You said past Jordan. I don't see him going 7 and 5. I don't.
He got about, like my man putting the thing, probably about another 6 years left strong.
6 finals losses. Shit. No, you know what?
I mean, come on, man. I mean, we'll see what happens with the Lakers. Maybe they might pull a trigger, at some point and get some good help over there for him, and they might turn into that, squad that can get the Warriors up out of there.
I'm not saying that he won't get a ring over there. It's not too far-fetched to think LeBron will get a ring soon. They get an Anthony Davis. They start putting that team together and really making a run. And then the next year or so, through free agency, you may see a piece or two in Oakland and in Golden State, go ahead and ship off. Maybe Kevin Durant to New York or somebody leave. Yeah, that'll shift the balance of power, but not this year and not enough to pass Jordan. I just don't see it.
Definitely. I'm going to give a shout out to my man, SKBF16 Fleming. I appreciate that comment that you left in there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I see a lot of people putting the 1s, in there, for Jordan. So yeah, I think Jordan's definitely, better. Iverson, I rock with Iverson.
Kobe.
He's in the conversation. Kobe, you think Kobe ranks right behind Jordan, maybe?
To me, he is.
Yeah, Kobe's a baller.
To me, he is. And I'd rather have a strong debate over Kobe LeBron than Jordan LeBron. I don't think that's even fair. But Kobe, I still have him over LeBron. Now, I know a lot of people may disagree with me with that, but when I just watched Kobe do some shit that I would never see LeBron do.
He was the closest to Jordan, I think.
He took games over when you just didn't think it was possible. And it was just like, man, I don't think we knew what we were watching.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So, yeah,
Somebody
I definitely
said Kobe sucks. Damn. I disagree, man.
I like Kobe, man.
Word up.
Wish LeBron was an alternative universe. Jordan didn't exist. It's like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man, with that situation. People, they always want to compare. Some people think you shouldn't compare, but I don't think there's nothing wrong with that at all. You know what I mean? This is what I like about this podcast. I appreciate that, West Coast.
Appreciate it.
We just try to, do the best that we could do for the people. LBJ is Magic Johnson version 2. I guess that's what he means. What you think about that?
What's that?
LeBron is Magic Johnson.
I would always say that. I think he said that was his comparison coming out of high school, coming out of Akron. I think that was a great comparison. I think he's now probably almost surpassed Magic, and I think Magic would have passed that torch too. LeBron's great, and there's nothing wrong with being Magic. What the fuck is wrong with being Magic?
I think, Sammy, not to cut you out, I just think what it comes down to, I'm reading the comments, is that when you can kind of give Kobe or Jordan is their work ethic. They wanted it more, their heart. They might have just wanted him, even though talent, LeBron has a lot of talent. He's bigger, stronger than ever, fast, can do all that, can dribble. These guys, will themselves to win, like no matter what. We talk about the flu game. That probably could just be the difference in the losses in the championship. Because like you said, Jordan wasn't fucking losing. In the ship. He ain't losing.
And I think that's something that really motivated us. You talking about when we were kids and the things that motivated us.
Definitely.
It was watching work ethic from our grandfather to watching our people growing up that we idolized, from the football players to the basketball players to the boxers. Their work ethic was just, they outworked everybody. When the game was over, they were the ones shooting in the gym or hitting that baseball or running these sprints or doing that. And that's what we prided ourselves on. And this is why you get nonstop content from the Uncensored podcast, where you may not typically get it from your other favorite YouTube channels or podcasts or wherever, because we just got a work ethic that we just are going to outwork everybody, and we're going to continue to work. We got more in the tank.
Yeah, and speaking to the podcast, I just dropped the link to the iTunes podcast right there.
Let's work
in the chat. I'm gonna drop it one more time for the people. Go ahead and go to our iTunes, put it in. I know when you're at work, I used to like to listen to stuff when I was working, put stuff in the ears. It's very good to listen to get caught up on the hip hop news, and just we deal with more stuff outside of hip hop. We deal with a lot of different other topics. We always bring it, right home, right to your front door with our content. That's what people always love about it too.
We try to, man, each and every day, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all who support the podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, any of the 3 platforms. Indeed, salute.
Real quick, Sam, man, Zion, answer this one. Zion Williamson is going to be better than Jordan. What's your thoughts on that?
I seen that comment. I didn't even want to acknowledge it. That's crazy. That's crazy. He could be more compared to LeBron when it's all said and done, but we got to wait and see.
Yeah,
we seen him twist his ankle and get hurt. Just like that, your career could be over. How many countless athletes have we heard, especially in basketball, was supposed to be the next this, the next that, and one ankle injury or one turn in the knee ended all that shit. We got to wait and see with that, man.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, man, that's another episode pretty much, in the books, man. We're coming up on the hour mark, of the podcast. Like I said, man, we got a new podcast that we're going to be bringing to y'all. It's going to be called the Wake and Bake podcast, different set, you know, more laid back and just more raw of our personalities on here, you know, and we're going to give that to y'all real soon. So I know y'all definitely going to enjoy that. We're actually going to be doing the Awake and Bake on the show.
Oh,
so
yeah, we're going to put in work. You already know. Take it for what it is. I seen Gemini 605. Thoughts on Miss Marvel movie? No, I know you ain't going to give a fuck because you ain't a Marvel fan.
Nah.
I am a Marvel fan. I'm going to go see that with my son tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. So we can talk about that next week. If you're in the building, ask me then. I got you. I'm looking forward to seeing that. Endgame coming out in April. I know you don't know shit about that. For all my Marvel fans, man, we looking forward to that. And we'll talk about that. My Marvel heads in the building. Y'all make sure y'all ask me live. And we'll get it busy, man. But salute to everybody. We love y'all, man, for real.
Yeah, man. I guess in a while we play my man Riz 6ix9ine. Once again, please make sure y'all check him out. This is Riz 6ix9ine in Conway. And we'll go out on that. If you didn't hit the like button, share the video. And that's pretty much all I got. You know, tonight we'll let the music blaze on the way out, man.
Love y'all. See y'all Monday. We out of here. Peace.
Only rap about how we got shot and how we shoot niggas. That's because I got shot and I shoot niggas.
You rather I rap about shit I don't do, nigga, so I can be like one of these new niggas.
I only respect a few niggas. Everybody else is middle finger to you, nigga. These niggas, he's the chef and ghosting on my woo nigga. Shot came through the shortcut and hit two niggas. Spikes on the Christian loose slippers. Any pair of these fools sipper. My attitude is fucking. Russell Westbrook mixed with Boogie Cousins. Rocking a Dottie Louis bucket. Bitch on a plane with 50 keys in her luggage. The bezel on the 41mm.
DC Comics will never take over Marvel. DC Comics is trash.
One more shout
salute
out
to you, David. Devon Griffin, man. Salute to you. But you know DC Comics is garbage. It's garbage. Aquaman was dope, but DC Comics is trash. Jimmy Banks, salute to you. Harold Commons, my man Monterey Moore. I seen another comment. I want to see who do we got real quick. Damn, I seen somebody that said something to me personally. Oh, Gail, salute to you, love. You say you love my voice. I love you back. It's Sam Anto, SAMA to the N to the T. Love the support though. That's all I got.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hit your, give people one more promo real quick.
Oh yeah. My bad. We got Palms, natural skincare, the things that you see right here, right now. I was throwing on the hemp lint balm as we were going through the podcast. Great work by the young lady. I don't know her name personally. Anisha, excuse me, ANISHA. You can find her on Instagram at Palms, PSALMS _ natural skincare. I will drop that also in the chat room momentarily. Yeah. In Instagram and also www.palmskincare.com. She has hemp oils, hemp lint balm, the sugar scrub. We got black African soap. Yeah. The shea butter that you got. Old guy got in his hand right now. The body butter. She also does beard oils. I've tried all of these products that you see here with the exception of the sugar scrub. I ain't tried that yet. She said you could bust your ass in the shower. So I got to make sure I got safety precautions before I go ahead and do that. But everything else is exceptional. Go ahead and salute and show support to this young woman, entrepreneur doing her thing. Like I said, I'll drop that right now. Great stuff, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. With that being said, we definitely appreciate it. I like this hat, man. It's my man AC7apparel.com. It's AC7apparel.com if you want to go support my man and grab some of these hats. And we'll leave the link, in the bottom, for all this stuff too, on those respective channels. But with that being said, man, that's all we got tonight, man. Every Friday night, tune in 8 p.m. right here on this channel if you want to see us live throughout the week. We always dropping content. You have a blessed, beautiful night. This is the Uncensored Truth Podcast. I'm Brother Oh God, that's Sam, man. We are out of here, man. Peace.